Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to give you my thoughts on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, which released in 2006 and is the prequel to the 2003 remake. And I absolutely love this franchise. I love the Leatherface character. He's one of my all-time favorite horror characters and slashers. And for me, I've always sort of went back and forth between the 2003 movie, the 2003 remake, and this 2006 prequel to that film as my favorite in the franchise for most of my years being a fan. And honestly, I just did yet another rewatch, and on my latest rewatch, I gotta say, I think it's solidified The Beginning here as being my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. For me, it just has all the pluses of the 2003 film and just takes it up. It's, in my opinion, it has like this, dirtier, kind of grittier atmosphere, vibe, and, look to it. You still have, probably the best, I think, Leatherface actor, Andrew Bernierski. I probably just butchered the shit out of his name. You still have Arlie Ermy playing, Sheriff Hoyt. And with all that, it's more brutal, it's more violent, the kills are more, gnarly and satisfying, per se. And with that, you have Matt Bomer and Taylor Henley, I believe his name is. Henley being a younger brother who's just been drafted to the Vietnam War. And Matt Bomer's the older brother who's going back for another tour. So you have like this kind of dynamic, kind of tension between the two because the younger brother's planning to ditch and, go to Mexico with his girlfriend. And I don't know how that played out, how well those two actors did in the parts. It actually made me somewhat invest in their dynamic every time I watch it. And a rarity in a film like this is I actually sort of cared and felt bad when things happened. And with them, you also have Jordana Brewster, who I think outacts what Jessica Biel did in the 2003 movie. As pleasant as Jessica Biel can be, I do think Brewster here did a better job. And I know some of it is, sort of, why does Hoyt have missing teeth? What happened to Grandpa's legs? I've seen some say, there are answers we didn't really need, or they're unsatisfying, or what. That was like part of the idea they had behind making this movie instead of a sequel. But they don't really make it like the vocal or like center point of the story in this one. There's things, that's kind of funny, or that's a nice little random tie in there. And I still think it's fine. Leatherface again in this one is awesome. I think it's, between this, the 2003 one, as well as I like how he looked in Texas Chainsaw and Leatherface 3 in 1990 as well. Really awesome looking Leatherface. You see him being fired from the meatpacking plant when it closes down, and what he does to the boss and everything I thought was also pretty fun. Arlie Ermy, although I'd still say Ermy's most effective scene as Sheriff Hoyt, where Charlie is actually in the 2003 film, the whole taking care of the body, in the car in that movie. There's still a lot of memorable scenes with him in this one, especially when he's sort of making the younger brother do the push-ups and everything. He still played the character dead on and really helps both of these movies stand out. And again, I just think it took things up a notch from what the 2003 movie did. It still feels like it's within that same world, while feeling again dirtier and even more unforgiving. And it has the way it's shot and edited. I think it's even more like frantic and sort of just like Doom in a sense. Jonathan Liebesman directed it. He directed things like Wrath of the Titans, which I think is actually a pretty decent movie, on top of Battle Los Angeles with Aaron Eckhart. I like what he did with this film, and yeah, guys, I don't know what to say. It has a pretty memorable ending, non-cliche ending for a slasher movie as well. That it's pretty notable to me, and I just love this movie. It's definitely my favorite of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, and thus probably one of my favorite slasher and horror movies. I'd give it like an A+, honestly. I really love it, man. I really love the fuck out of it. Underrated as hell. But yeah, let me guys think of The Beginning. Where does it rank for you? Do you prefer it to 03, or do you like 03 better? I get either answer. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, TikTok, of course, and Instagram.